standpoint, you learn a lot more when you hold forward.
Right.
So he's got a lot of good wins, but he's still on the come up. And speaking of the come up, we've got the young Zelda.
The Zelda?
I want to point out, Dio is not trolling. He does play this character.
I mean, I wouldn't consider it trolling. I mean, Zelda's not your first pick in picking out high-tier characters, and I wouldn't say she is, but she's pretty solid. She's got some stuff.
Yeah, this character got substantial buffs, you know, going into this game.
Right.
The buff to the what do you call
the
him?
down B? Oh, the Phantom Guardian?
The Phantom Man, the Armor Man.
Armor Man.
Yeah, I mean, I want to point out, I don't think Dio would preemptively counterpick unless he had lost to Phuzix at Gamers in the Edge. That's going to be my guess, because I do know Dio was there.
It looks like Zelda's received not like necessarily buffs per se, but definitely like quality of life and consistency.
I mean, the down B by itself is like the one buff that kind of opens up the character's neutral a lot. Yeah, great coverage there by Phuzix, by the way. You know, covering the low.
Oh, nice. Catches the tech with the
great
back
tech chase. You're really just going to work here. Phuzix played that stock expertly.
Dio, I don't think quite choosing to go on stage. Maybe misses the ledge.
Yeah, and I would go ahead and go as far as saying Phuzix may not be super. No, Dio might not have been super confident in the Bowser for him to, you know, bust out the Zelda. This is the first time I've seen him bust it on bracket, but we have talked about it. Okay, so Zelda does have a lot of kill power here. So not impossible, you know, to bring this back real quick. I think a forward smash will definitely kill on the ledge. Center stage, I'm not too sure about.
I mean, we could also see a shielded forward smash to get it that short hop forward air.
Yep. And Phuzix kind of plays a little bit of a slow Lucina here. I actually really like it.
Yeah, not really dash dancing a whole bunch, trying to just remaining stationary and watching his opponent, keeping a very close eye.
Yeah, very reactionary style. You know, something he was very noted for in Smash 4. A lot of very bait and punish gameplay. Like I said, taking advantage of his excellent reaction time, and he takes up that second stock.
You don't really need a real excellent reaction time to punish that one. Real unfortunate.
As you see, he's just holding center stage. A lot of very reactionary landing trapping. This is very classic textbook play from Phuzix. He's doing a really good job.
Yeah. You really want to keep the opponent off the ground, and when they're on the ground, you just cover everything you've got.
And when you have that platform advantage, you want to hold your opponent in as disadvantageous as a position as possible, and that means keeping them as high as possible and as close to the ledge as possible. So you want to stay on the inside of them if possible, and that's what Phuzix is doing a really good job of here.
And another factor. Ooh,
that was enough to seal out the stock. That's wild.
But going back to reaction time, I mean, Lucina is probably a fair pick. You're going to need a little bit of reaction time to get those side B options out.
Yeah.
Kind of get the optimal punish there.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got Dio obviously managing to seal out that third stock. This is looking like a little bit of a too late situation for game one, but naturally you want to focus on the long term, tack on as much damage as possible, and try to get as big of a read on your opponent as possible. Like if he's able to seal out this next stock, he can go into the next game confident as Zelda. Whereas if he was to get two stock right now, he might consider switching to Bowser, feeling like maybe the counterpick didn't pay off.
All right. Phuzix DI's in to avoid that back air from, during the down throw.
Oh, like the way he used that Phantom there. All right, yeah, just classic holding the stage there.
Oof. Tries to buffer the Nairo's love, kind of just stuff her Phuzix option, but doesn't really have to commit with that sword.
Yep. All right, and yeah, once again, at this point, it's a lot of data gathering at this point. I think, to be honest, this counter pick may have worked against Dio, given that the Phantom can easily be camped out on the platforms.
Right. So
you don't have that ability to catch landings and really pressure people on the ground. If he is going to stay, oh wow, really great. That was nice.
It's very nice. Quick turnaround, neutral B, catches the regular getup.
Yep. And I think, yeah, once again, the counter pick definitely could have worked against Dio a little bit. Perhaps electing for any other stage, in the matchup. Sword characters are notoriously good on Battlefield, just in general in Smash.
A lot of coverage with the up air. Just being able to do an up tilt to the platform is a big deal.
Yeah, I know, because you cover 3 out of 4 tech options.
Right.
You'll cover 2 out of 3 out of 4. So let's see what Dio elected to China City here, and I'm sniffing out a Bowser pick.
I'm expecting a third character, actually, because if he doesn't feel comfortable with Bowser, never mind. Yep. I felt if he didn't feel comfortable with Bowser at first, maybe there's a third character.
I know Zelda would be his one, secondary, so.
Dio did have a few characters in Smash with Cloud, Bowser, and Ike.
That is true, that is true. All right. I like the way he waited that out.
Right.
Get this big damage. Oh, whoa, just kidding. He misses the tech there. Unfortunately, not able to cash out on that punish.
And super consistent damage.
Yeah, Phuzix running away with that a little bit. Oh, great. You know what? That's 2 opportunities Dio had for massive damage, and Phuzix played both scenarios really well. We got this no double jump. Goes for that counter. Oh, okay, great tech by Dio. Oh, yikes. That could have actually been it. Good of Dio to recover high there.
So Phuzix coming from Smash 4, being a bob and weave character or player, it's kind of interesting to see that Phuzix is really taking a moment, not pushing any aggression.
No, he actually plays a very passive play. I compare his playstyle to almost like DeBuzz-like in some ways. No, unfortunately not able to get low enough under that. And yeah, Phuzix just really going to town here. I mean, looks like, well, Dio went to town and now Phuzix is going to town. Unfortunately, Dio doesn't look like he's been able to muster up any answers so far. Yup, there's a lot of just, wait and punish. Dio's hitting the buttons.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to see that there's not a whole lot of, like, button action. Because Smash Ultimate has proven to be quite a fast game. But this game seems to be purely decision-making.
Yep. And, I mean, that department looks like Phuzix has, reign supreme. Cleaning up this second stock at the moment here. Definitely not an insurmountable lead if Dio's able to get this stock right now.
Yeah, Bowser has no issue putting on the damage. Even along with stray hits, even has combos.
Yep.
Very interesting combos as seen by Kibago a couple weeks ago.
And I want to point out, Phuzix actually did directional air dodge right after that forward air. Dio, if he had reacted, could have run off and sniped it, but it was a hard to see decision. All right, ledge trap situation. Phuzix was notorious for really amazing ledge traps in Smash 4, by the way. That man could really keep you with the ledge for a while.
Yeah. And that's going to be one of the deciding factors in who the top players are, because the ledge is extremely important. I mean, obviously in Smash 4 it was, but it seems like the ledge options are kind of locked down in this game. There's not a whole lot of mix-up.
Well, I think actually it's interesting because ledge roll is the most buffed mix-up in this game.
You think so?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. The frame data actually proves it for 2 reasons. One being because shield drop is 4 frames slower. The second being that ledge roll is 4 frames less laggy. So you actually have 8 frames more advantage when it comes to ledge roll. So as far as a reactionary option, people can't reactionarily cover the ledge roll like they could in Smash 4.
That is pretty interesting.
So for those of you cowards who are afraid to ledge roll, let you know right now, the frame data is on your side, man.
And Bowser's tough body is going to counter those dancing blades at the very end. Obviously, if Logan had gotten the earlier hits, it would have just comboed, but walks right through it.
Okay, so definitely not an impossible lead to make back here. Dio does need to, get some grabs.
And the Nair would have started it, but he did not get the turnaround up till that he probably wanted.
Great counter there. Oh, okay. Oh, the big sit.
Oh,
is that it? Is that it? Oh, my God.
Bowser players, you got to be wild. You got to be ready with that kind of stuff.
Wow,
that looked like such a consistent game and definitely in Phuzix's favor. But Dio really clutched it out. Victory. That was a forward smash at middle stage at 46%?
33.
33.
Victory absolutely stolen from the jaws of defeat right there. And Dio, thing about that is, that's the kind of game where it's like, you didn't deserve that game.
Yeah.
So now game 3, you go in with like a lot of momentum.
Yeah.
You have like everything you collected.
And that's the Ike.
Oh, there we go. You know what? This man is rotating. Interesting.
Yeah, I was going to say, because Ike definitely seems like a solid character, even better than in Smash 4. So I was going to be surprised that if Dio did not have an Ike at all.
Yeah, interesting to see him, opt for this counter pick. And this matchup, in Smash 4, at least, I know he has experience against combating guard side, the weekly Gamers of the Edge monthlies. So yeah, good to see him. I'm actually happy to see him on Ike. This is actually wow. I think we're going to see a lot of very similar reactionary ledge trapping from Dio. Like I said, a little bit of a reaction time monster himself. And one of the dangerous things we might see in this matchup is the counters off the stage. That's one thing Lucina can pull back into the game very easily with.
Right.
If you do get Ike off stage and you hit that counter on the up B once.
I mean, it could be said the same for Ike as well. I mean, obviously, Lucina's does arc in horizontally a bit, so it's better for her.
Yeah. The speed of the up B makes it so you can't actually intercept it.
Right.
Like, she'll still snap the ledge before you are able to. But
it is definitely easier to counter Ike during his recovery.
Yeah. With that being said, though, Phuzix has creeped back into this game, and really, essentially, when you start off game 3, on a bad foot, it always feels great to feel like you're able to creep back in.
I think a lot of beginner players, or I'm sorry, intermediate players, are kind of scared to re-grab the ledge and kind of slow down their approach back on stage.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, Dio is doing a great job mixing up those options, even dashing across the whole stage to gain back that control.
And I love that you pointed that out too. So I don't know how much invincibility Lucina has on that, but just given the speed of her light snap, it would be really difficult for Dio to, great, excellent coverage there on that recovery.
Times it well, knowing full well that Ike can only go so low before having to, kind of release that.
Great combination there. Not able to seal out the stock with a forward tilt there. Goes for the up tilt read on the get up.
I wanted to say also that I think it's pretty essential for everyone, well, not everyone, but quite a few people to get a sword character in their arsenal, because these the sword characters are for sure strong.
Yeah, and the thing is, the parry meta is kind of the only thing that the advent of the parry meta is the only thing that's going to stop sword characters. You know, people get really good at parrying, and to be fair, if you watch Light versus MK Leo from Glitch, we saw a wonderful display of what happens when you know how to parry some of these slower aerials from characters like Ike. Yep, and that'll blow his stock out of the water, but Phuzix tacked on a sizable 100% there.
Well, it's only going to take a couple nairs for Dio to catch up here.
Yeah, Ike's nair is not able to confirm that into the big damage combo.
Probably wanted the up tilt, not quite a down tilt situation. I think he was expecting an air dodge maybe, and tries to cover the air dodge lag with the down tilt.
It's hard to say exactly what he wanted there. I mean, I would... Okay, let's get the high recovery. Yep, I think giving Phuzix the credit of... Okay, so once again, we mentioned Dio has shown to be, very explosive in these higher percents. So, I mean, we don't know what he might do out here. Oh, wow. That was a great attempt at a roll read.
Phuzix does look to be a little bit more active than he was in the first two games. Kind of tossing out a couple more aerials, and it might be proving a detrimental change.
Oh, excellent regular get up. That was sick.
That was an amazing reaction.
Yeah, and as we mentioned earlier, great jump read there. Oh, no, he's got to go high on those ones. Looked like Phuzix did have that scattered out. We're going popping into game 3, last hit. Not last stock, 0% apiece. Okay, directional air dodge there. No, he was able to sneak out.
Yeah, where the Martha Lucina really shine is being able to stuff those landings and kind of just keep them up in the air.
Absolutely. Great tech there. I love the way he was able to avoid that, and he's able to tack on a grab there, not able to quite connect the throw combo we wanted. And yeah, we've shown that percent isn't really the operative factor in this set, so I mean, Phuzix has a little bit of a percent lead here. Like the way it looked for the roll there.
Oh, that nair's going to bite. Oh, couldn't get the 2-frame on that down air.
Oh, wait, no double jump. Okay, able to recover the ledge safely. Throws him off. What do we got? This ledge scenario has been tumultuous.
Oh, right over his head.
Oh, yikes! Okay. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, wow.
Like that.
What a 2-frame with that down tilt, too.
It was clutch.
And more importantly, you do not get your jump back in the 2-frame situations.
Yep. It's a scenario where maybe Dio might have wanted to opt for the air